Welcome to Bonehead Weekly Fun Size, and I should move my this is called a microphone, not a remote, Joe Lewis. Too closer to me. We're talking about 1996. Who would like to start?
I'll go first. It was hands down kind of easy for me to pick my 1996 movie. It's got to be The Frighteners, Peter Jackson.
That's a good one. It's not even on a lot of lists either. There's a ton of really quirky movies in
I
96.
mean, yeah, 1996 was the year of quirky, campy films, and man, Frighteners was just amazing for me. It introduced me to Jeffrey Combs. That was my first introduction to Jeffrey Combs, and what an introduction! I
Yeah,
mean, just Jake Busey playing the psycho killer, and oh my God, Dee Wallace. Everything in that movie was fantastic, and it doesn't get enough credit for what it was. And of course, if we didn't have the Frighteners, we wouldn't have the amazing Lord of the Rings,
that's true.
as he said numerous times. So yeah, the Frighteners had to be my pick.
James, I'm waiting. I'm going to let you go next because I'm trying to figure out if you're going to pick something or not.
Well, I'll be honest. I'm glad Chad kicked us off with the Frighteners because I was coin flipping between that. But, Joe, losers always whine about their best. But what
That's
do
the reason I
winners
let you
do,
go
Joe?
second.
What do winners do?
They go home and fuck the prom queen.
That's right, they do. You can't talk about 1996. It's one of the only Michael Bay films that justifiably has a Criterion edition. With the introduction for the insert is written by Roger Ebert, talking about yes, this does deserve a Criterion edition, and here's why: because for an over-the-top action film, it does hit every mark, but it does it in new and creative ways. The Rock totally does deserve a Criterion edition. It was I loved The Rock when I saw it in 1996. Yeah. The Rock is just I can watch it anytime it's on. I own the Criterion edition and the regular edition because I have issues. The Rock.
So we were going back and forth about Bound right before we started recording, and I really do like it. And it introduced me to so many things that I didn't know that I wanted, but now I'm so glad they introduced me to. But that's not, I don't want to pick it because there is a movie that gets a lot of crap now. Well, I shouldn't say it gets a lot of crap. They've made way too many sequels and it just won't die. But I'm going, and a friend of the show loves this, one of her favorite movies, but it to tell you that Scream was completely different in the theater in 1996, it's hard to explain. It's kind of like telling you about Psycho. Well, if you walked into a movie theater in 1960 and watched Psycho, your head would explode. I mean, not literally, but it was nothing was like it. And Scream was so meta. I mean, Wes Craven had did a little bit of it in New Nightmare, and other people had played with the idea. But Scream to me is the archetype, just meta film of commenting on things. And I think it's a good movie. I think all the performances, for the most part, are pretty good. I do not. The problem is that they did what, gentlemen?
Sequels.
They just still make them, and I couldn't.
By the way,
I've seen all of them, and this last two or three, people love them. They're huge box office hits. Every time I watch one, I go, I couldn't. I can't tell you what happened after I watched it.
by the way, Joe, one other thing I've got to point out that you didn't mention, it's also got a great soundtrack. Red Right Hand.
Oh,
I
it
mean,
does. It does. It
great
does.
soundtrack.
And I think that was the first movie that actually used it, whereas everyone else just kind of copied off of it. It has a great soundtrack. And the opening scene with Drew Barrymore is fantastic. The movie still holds up. I watched a little bit of it a while back. I do love the movie. Unfortunately, they made and still keep making tons of sequels. Any honorable
Unlike, can
mentions?
we make Psycho? Are we up to 5 or 6?
Sure,
I'd do it. I'd do it
Psycho
right there.
4. Any honorable mentions, really quick?
Last Long Kiss Goodnight,
Okay.
Uh, uh,
Jane.
a Time to Kill.
All
Yes,
right.
he deserves to die.
Mine
and I
is
hope he burns.
75% of Mars Attacks. Thank you. Speaking of quirky movies, this has been
Rest in peace, Joe Don.
Bonehead Weekly Fun Size.